So excited.
So excited! Welcome on in, everyone. Woo woo! Happy. Turn this down. It's a little too loud for my taste. There we go. We made it to another episode of Blightward. We are here with the party. The whole party is here. Yay! Um.
Uh, I hate to intervene. Your camera stuff is all.
Oh, why?
I think it's because your
Oh.
audio thing isn't currently running.
Yep. 1 second. That's right. Share that screen. Now I bet it's on. Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, that's because when I accidentally misclicked on my other computer and it signed me in on the other one, yeah, it turned it off. But yes. So to catch up what happened last session, um the cacophony of sounds attracted all of the vampires, to which you guys forced the entire party into the small staircase, locking the door and barring it behind you, while also putting a whole bunch of grease outside of the door. Um, the only news that you have of what happened was a loud thump against the door. That was it. Um, you guys came onto the roof of the chapel cathedral, and went to the large double doors. And upon unlocking it, you realize that you weren't the one that unlocked the door, as the door opened up to show Lord Darius, uh, the vampire lord, in front of you. You managed to kind of talk a little bit to him, try to, I think, portray yourselves as the church inspectors.
Yep, that's something that Miss tried to do. It didn't work.
Yeah. Uh, to which then a large fight ensued against you guys and the vampire lord. Um, he managed to frighten the um, the other vampire that you had with us, uh, through a daring attempt of Mist and Alenia and Kane. You guys all ran past to potentially do something with the heart, while the rest of the party kept him busy. Uh, to which he thought that you guys were pretty much inconsequential to him, so he didn't really turn to fight or to chase after you all. Instead, fighting the people that were being a little bit more of a threat to him with their radiant damage. You guys managed to defeat Lord Darius, um, and went to take on the heart, to which Turtle came up and implored you to quickly do something, to get rid of the heart, destroy it, to prevent him from coming back, and deciding what to do with this, with the heart of the vampire lord. Through some determination, you guys decided to let Alenia take on the curse of the vampire lord, and in so doing, Lucius is the only one that is aware. Lucius and Mip are the only one that are aware that the remnants of him, they had started to move. To which the other vampire was rushing up to you guys to tell you to hurry up and do what you guys needed to do. Um, but you two are the only ones that are aware that whatever movement that was happening is no longer happening. He crumbled into dust, and death. Where I believe we ended, Alenia became younger in appearance, and the other vampire, the young, or the woman here, I believe also kind of yelled and screamed and kind of fell. Um, I believe that is where we left off.
Yep.
Perfect. So, you hear a scream from the young woman who, young tiefling, who falls to the ground. Um, for a brief moment, she remains motionless and then begins to stir once more. Elenia, much younger in appearance, uh, pulls her hands back after cutting them and placing them onto the heart. Uh, and she looks at her hands as the cuts have now healed over. They no longer, there's no scarring, nothing. They look just as normal as they did just mere moments ago. And you see her looking at her hands for a brief moment and kind of like examining her skin as she sees before her any wrinkles that she had begin to smooth over and rejuvenate with youth. The bell, having gonged once, and the different crystal pieces of the heart have crumbled, cracked, and fell away from it, leaving just this old iron bell up at the top of the chapel. The crystal pieces, as they cracked and fall, begin to disintegrate into this dust and disappear from view. She turns to you all and says, I feel different. I think it worked.
You sure look younger.
I feel younger. I feel like I could run a marathon right now. Is she okay? And she turns and looks over at the companion that you guys have taken with you.
I'm gonna
we
check
should-
her for a pulse.
You check. She first goes to like bat you away, but then understands like what you're trying to do and allows you as you place your fingers to her.
Who's batting my hand away?
The tiefling.
Okay, I was just concerned she was alive.
Yeah. No.
So if she's okay.
At first she went to like push you away because she was like thinking like I don't need help getting up, and then she realizes what you were trying to do and then like allows you to check.
When she like moves to like almost go and bat me away, I like kind of freeze, being like she's moving, so she's not dead.
Yeah,
she's not dead.
It's like, no, I'm definitely not dead. She looks at herself, and you see her like touch her face for like a brief moment, and like you see her like lips move. Clearly, she's like taking her tongue and rubbing it on the inside of her mouth, and I think it worked. I think it actually worked. And you see this moment of joy come across her face.
Hooray!
You mind if as I get closer, I'm gonna try to reach behind her and grab that paperback.
Currently, she is untied.
I know, but that paper was still within
Yeah.
her jacket, and
you openly say
I'm gonna
that you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She kind of looks at you and allows you, like she like lifts up her arm to allow you to like reach in and grab it unimpeded.
Yeah. I taking that paper back.
I thought you said that I was meant to burst in fire and explosions.
Well, I kind of lied, just to get you to help us.
She kind of glares at you, and then she, even though she's got red skin, you see her eyes also kind of give away a slight blush of embarrassment for falling for such an easy trick. And she kind of like crosses her arms and with like a harumph. Um,
Maybe a strong wizard, but I don't know that yet.
well, consider yourself lucky that you pulled one over me.
But hey, we found a way to keep you alive, so
I did not think that it was even at all possible.
just be happy that it was.
I am most grateful, she says as she goes to like reach and give you like a handshake and like also kind of like bow. She doesn't know if she should shake your hand, bow, or kneel. So she's kind of like stuck in this awkward bow handshake type of stance.
Alanya, what's your plans now?
Well,
I have a proposition.
what
Now that we've dealt with the main individual bringing silence upon the town, how about a little concert to break said silence?
Oh boy.
How about an how about an impromptu or Miss will pull up like balloons in the like he'll put it on his snake. He'll put up like balloons in the general festivities.
You guys want to have an entire celebration?
I mean, I personally I think the town should be made aware of who it was that saved them from this plague.
I think this is a big occasion that we need to celebrate and do this for these people.
Can we at least wait until the next day?
Yes,
It's still night out.
I'm not ready yet. I've got to plan a nice song for this, so it'll take some time.
As
But
you
not
Thinking we
as you
It's gonna take
say
time to
that,
set up everything too.
as you say that, you look over and you see it's still nighttime, but like it's it's starting to get a little bit lighter out. Like it's probably maybe it's still like not even close to being dawn yet. But it's getting closer and closer.
I'm figuring maybe or dusk time would be good because Kurami's not sure if like the other vampires are able to be out in the sunlight, so she wants to pick a time that they'd be able to be there if they wish to be there.
I mean, while
So we
you
still
all are resting, I can always go and inform the town and potentially get something put together real quick. If anything, maybe just like a nice feast as thanks for everything that you did.
Just one. I'll get at least one song made up for this.
Sure. While everyone is feasting, I mean, what pairs better with a good meal than some merriment and song and dance?
A good
guess we
brawl
could
does.
spend some time here before we take off.
Oh,
A good brawl.
You mean to each their own? I'm sure you'd find more than ample people willing to test their strength against uh, the individuals who saved them to, prove their mettle.
Mist is gonna pull out his flute and like hold it up for Kurumi.
Yeah, if you want to help me, you want to perform with me, I'll allow that. Be more than happy to have you.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're gonna be spending some time here in this town for probably next couple days.
I mean, that's completely up to you.
At least 24 hours.
I'm sure I could get some people, everyone bringing some sort of food, get a huge feast going. Something at least. I'm sure you have your own.
This.
I'm sure you have your own things you have to do, but we can't certainly just let you leave without some sort of, congratulations.
Looks like Cormac just ran away.
Yeah, Cormac's got that business with that person who ripped us off. Now that everything's calmed down, he can go get our money back. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Turtle
Can't leave just yet. He's got
goes
business.
downstairs by Lucius and Mip, still in bear form, and just kind of lays down.
You hear, as she goes to lay down, you just hear this.
Just like a thud from a big bear.
Yes, a little bit of dust and debris, like just puffs up in a little cloud underneath you as you just plop down onto the ground.
Mist is going to come up to Turtle and just like start trying to find like the chin to start scratching.
You gotta search amongst like the missing patches of fur and a tentacle or two.
Yep. Some of that.
I said that he's not really disturbed at seeing the animal be corrupted. So
the dust, some of the dust that kind of poofs up is from the vampire lord as well, as it just kind of goes.
Not care.
I will turn to look at the vampire girl and be like, "You and the rest of your goons are also always welcome to join. I guess you guys were only following orders."
She'll give you this time she'll actually bow. She'll bow her head down in both as thanks and as an apology. And she says, I will talk to the others. I really did not have high authority, but I think they should know who it was that saved them. And she kind of like struggles as Elenia walks up to her and says, I'll go with you. I'm sure not all are happy to have had the benefits that they had with them taken away. And so I'll stand and protect you as you give them the news. She kind of looks up and thanks Elenia for the gesture. She turns to the rest of you and says, I'll go and do this right away. You all you can go back to the inn, or you can go back to the orphanage. You're more than willing to take a couple beds there if you would like. And I'll find you and let you know when we are ready.
We have unfinished business at the end.
You lots down by the vampire lord corpse. What are you all doing?
Is there anything on the corpse?
Shall we join the rest?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation, alright.
Yeah, let's all join the rest.
14 plus 4, 18 total.
Okay. You find a small box.
A small.
Yep. Give me 1 second, and I'll tell you what it looks like here. It's about, I'd say, maybe 6 inches in length, about maybe like half an inch tall, and maybe like an inch wide. It is. Here we go. It is. It's a lacquered box. There are. The box on the very top is etched with a rising sun, and within the center of the sun is scales. They're both even. None of them are like heavier than the other, so it's a set of scales. The box is completely cold to the touch and black. Do you try and open it?
I'm gonna hold on to it for right now.
Okay.
Because I don't have any spells to identify if there's any magic.
Okay. So you see that, so you have that. And actually, you know what? With your background, I would even be safe to say that you know that the size of this box, you've never seen this before, but the size of the box very much reminds you of some of your nights at gambling, and how they seem to be about the size of like playing cards.
Maybe a card box?
So you have that. You also find a spell scroll. Weirdly enough, it is a Starry Wisp spell scroll. You find a pole.
Pole?
Yep.
Material?
Like a pole.
Wooden, metal.
Like a wooden pole.
Oh.
Yep. You find a pendant in the shape of a heart. It's the heart itself is made out of like a ruby, but it's like encompassed by this gold like wire that seems to kind of wrap all around it. And you find a shield with a smiling face on it. You also find his sword is laying down on the ground. And you find about 100 gold pieces.
And 100 gold pieces.
Yes.
All right. I'll put that into the party inventory because I'm not that greedy. All right then. Pull items to identify. See if there's anything magical about them, I guess.
Hey,
Be careful with
Shannon,
those things, Cormac.
question for
Well, I'll get them identified and we'll hand them out afterwards.
you, I guess. I was going to ask, what kind of sword was he using? Was it like a long sword, a short sword?
Great question. It was.
Yeah, I'm putting it as custom items until I identify them.
Go into here. I can tell you what it was.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Because if it
heart-shaped
has any
pendant,
extra stuff, you
pole,
won't know
a
yet.
shield with a smiling face, a small box, a spell scroll, and a sword. The spell scroll is Starry Wisp. The small box is lacquered, 6 inches by 1 inch by half an inch. Etched with a rising sun in the center of and in the center of the sun is scales. All scales are even. It's gold to the touch and black. And the pole is just a wooden pole,
It is a rapier.
a rapier.
Yep.
Call it Lord Darius is a rapier. Lord. Here. Lord Darius is rapier. Pole, shield with a smiling face, small box, spell scroll. All right. And then the 100 gold went to the party inventory. I have a date with that fucking bastard in that place. I'm gonna unlock the door, or I'm gonna.
You go.
Yeah.
Your expertise at locked doors and such. You see that it's not just only locked, but it is barred by. It is barred by. I think it was like a board that Kane had kind of wedged in there as well. You pull it out, and you open the door. You see the empty staircase down below. You do notice as you go, and I guess I should ask, do you guys want to do anything else while you're here?
I think the whole party is now basically
There's
on their
only one.
own separate task that from what her name is. Alanya.
Elenia?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone is really together.
I do agree. We have
Maybe
unfinished
at least
business with
I'm
that inn.
splitting up.
We
Yeah,
have unfinished
if
business
anyone's
with that
following
inn.
me, I'm going there.
Mist is going.
Okay,
Lucius is gonna
let's go beat the shit out of this guy.
turn to Mip and give him a pat on the head. And Mip, thank you for standing your ground with me here.
It was never a question if I would stand or not. It was just, I'm happy to be with you.
Well, I'm glad whatever they did worked, because he's definitely on his way back.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seems to
speaking
be-
of which, you guys absolutely missed it. Alanya is now the new vampire lord.
Oh, okay. And is this a good thing or a bad thing?
We'll see,
Currently
but
good?
Karumi wants
Time will
or
tell.
Karami wants to set up a celebration. So we're gonna be
Oh.
sticking around for a while.
Well, I don't
And
know
Miss
if
is apparently
damning
gonna join in with a flute.
her soul's much of a celebration.
Yeah.
Well, they so far looks like they traded one terrible leader for a good one.
Well, power can do things to a person.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Upgrades.
I'll just put that there for now.
Lucius is gonna walk up to Turtle, kind of like kneel down.
The
You okay
turtle's
there,
still the
Turtle?
bear.
Hey,
Yep.
bear.
Well, she laid down, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and he
Elenia.
just
Oh, go ahead.
he just asked her, "Are you doing okay there?" Because her the way she looks different. Isn't the first time we seen this image of her?
The
You saw her previously with she as trying to think. It was a bear the last time that you turned into, right? That you had
He
your
was a
third eye.
gorilla.
Yeah,
No.
but it was pre
Yeah, it was pre.
nightmare dream sequence.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so this is the first time.
First time they're seeing like the tentacles and the necrotic veins and like the nastiness.
True. Yes.
She a freak here.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm-
he's a little concerned. That's why he went up to her.
It's-
She doesn't really move much. Her eyes look up at you, and all you hear is, "I just wanted to eat the guy." He sounds really sad.
It's the ashes.
Well,
He's got a big old bear huff.
maybe next time. He just kind of pats her head.
Oh, hey, Lanya.
Yeah. Alenia walks up to this blighted bear, unafraid, and pets you through the tentacles and whatever. Gets you like scratches like right on the top of your head too, like right. Obviously not near the third eye, but like above it, like in between the ears, like kind of like where you would where you would technically scritch a cat too.
Turtle just kind of looks up at Alenia and she's like, "I'm sorry this happened to you, but at the same time, I'm glad it happened to you," if that makes sense.
I understand your sentiment. Now I feel that not only can I can help people more now with what I have for even longer. I can be around and help these lost children. I can. And you realize that like a light bulb just kind of went up into her mind as she turns to the other vampire and says, "Do you know where Tavi is? Have you?" He was like yay, and you see her the tiefling gives like a thought as she like scrunches up her forehead trying to think for a moment. She says, "Well, any of the children that were taken were probably brought. I'll take you down below and see if we can find them." And she immediately grabs her hand and just pulls her down, rushing down to the stairs, and disappears from your guys' view.
All right. Well, I think it's time for us to get out of here.
Yeah. Some of us wants to finish what happened with the inn. So
Yeah, I'm already gone.
As you as you guys go to leave, Cormac, you're at the bottom of the stairs, and you've unlocked the door, and you're trying to push it
Uh-oh.
open, but you can't until Alenia comes up behind you and says, let me give it a try," and she like pushes the door open. As you go, and you see on the other side of the door are just sprawled out through all this grease at the edge of the door, just a bunch of bodies that are just they couldn't get up, and so they kind of just laid there in defeat. And she ushers you guys to go past as she's gonna take care of these, so you guys can go into what you need.
All the grease work.
apparently it did. Glad I did it.
As you go to leave, Lucius, give me a perception check.
That's a 12.
12. Okay. Um, you go to leave, and as you're walking down the stairs of the entrance to this chapel, you see the statue in front of the I think I said it was Lumina. That's kind of like disheveled and falling apart and everything, and it kind of just catches your eye for a brief moment. And you go to continue walking down the path, but before you stop in your tracks, and you kind of look back, and at the base of the statue, kind of carved into the stone, you see something etched into it. There's like a diamond, and the diamond is almost looks like it's a meteor. Like there's this curling trail, as if it's like half of a circle.
Lucius sees it. No way. And he walks up to it. It's etched into like a, what is it, stone, or what'd you say it was?
Yeah, it's like etched into the stone.
So Lucius just finds like a rock or whatever rubble he can.
You
He
easily find it.
Yeah, he kind of smiles when he sees this, and then he gets the stone and he starts drawing on the opposite side a crescent moon, and then leaves the stone there and just kind of looks down at it for a moment, thinking, and then he just walks away.
And you guys leave behind the Weeping Chapel. And as you walk back into the Silver District, heading your way back, you already notice a little bit of a difference. The candles are still lit, but you notice that some lights are now on in some of the buildings, where everything seemed dead before. Everything was silent. You start to hear some like hushed whispers. You hear like the sound of laughter every now and then as you walk past some of the buildings. You hear some crying, whether it is tears of joy, tears of wonder. It seems to be a little bit lighter this night or early morning.
Seems like there's more life in this town again.
You also hear in the distance the church bell ringing. This time, it's not just one or three. You hear several as the bells begin to ring the people begin to stir a little bit more at the sudden change in that they probably haven't heard in you don't know how long. And the town begins to liven up very early in the morning. As you guys make your way back to the Weeping Cask, the inn that you guys first found yourself at. You push open the door. You see you see the innkeeper cleaning his glasses. He's also pouring another mug as he slides it over to the other individual that was in the inn before when you guys left. He is kind of like half in his drinks at this point. He's kind of like slouched over the bar. He's kind of swaying a little bit here and there as he goes and grabs the mug and takes another drink from it.
Well, who wants to try?
I'm not gonna be there. I'm probably just gonna go back to the orphanage.
I mean, I'm still a bear, so I'll just walk in and look at the guy.
Cormac, you want to try the honors?
It should be me,
Ah!
Mist, and then Turtle. You're coming too.
So I just walk in. Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna look
Oh,
at
you
the
just
guy.
walk in.
Cormac and Turtle were the two that were
Horrible.
desperately wanting to get the money back last time. So
the innkeeper like backs up against the wall. His arms are like his hands are up against the wall, and he's like completely terrified that this creature is in his establishment. And then of course it's not just any bear. It is Turtle. It is a turtle bear here. And the other individual, it kind of like looks up at him, is like, what do you mean, bear? Here? And he like turns and looks at you, and he kind of like, and his eyes widen up for a moment, and for a brief moment of sobriety, he sees this bear in here as well, and he throws like the mug at you.
I'm just gonna sit and I'm gonna start licking my paw and trying to clean wherever the beer just hit on my fur. In a very non-threatening way, but looking horrific. And then I'm just gonna look over at the guy who's like pinned against the wall and be like, "Yeah, so we're back. And I believe you cheated us out of some money."
the the man looks at you and he goes, "Money? You want money? Take it all, please,
And
just
then
don't do anything to me."
I'll just call back to Cormac and be like, "Yeah, he'll give us our money."
That's good. I'll walk in.
He looks at you, just walk past this bear that just spoke to him in his mind, and is like, a brief moment of recognition covers the innkeeper's face, as like, wait, like, but then he goes to like say something, but then immediately realizes that there's a bear in his establishment, and he immediately just shuts up. And
Oh yeah, staring
So,
daggers the whole time.
So where's our money at?
he lifts his hand and shakily points into the back room. In there, let me show you. And he goes in there and he kind of like leads you in, and you see this safe on the wall, and he goes and he like quickly starts putting the combination in to unlock the safe. There's like a stack of papers in there. There's a couple pouches of gold, or some of them have gold in it. Others you're not quite sure because they're uh, tied shut. Um, yeah.
Rar.
I'm gonna just kind of grab all the bags. I think you understand, right? You've done this town quite badly, I would assume, with your cahoots and all. So I think this is pretty fair.
Great.
You're gonna take all of my money.
Well, you still have your business, right? I mean, now that you aren't going to be losing customers, you might have some work ahead of you, but you'll get it back.
What
I believe in you.
What do you mean? This place is
Oh,
doomed.
you don't know, right? Yeah, it's not. There's going to be an announcement, and I hope to see you there.
He has a questioning look on his face of like not quite sure what you mean. But he's not stopping you either. For fear of what's gonna happen to him.
Rar.
It's a change of management, really. I hope you understand. Your business will just be just fine. Just stop killing people or getting them killed, and you'll be doing just fine. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and walk out.
At the when you touch his shoulder, you feel like him jump underneath it, terrified that you were going to do something more to him. And he just kind of stands there and watches you walk out carrying a bunch of pouches. And he kind of like collapses down onto the ground, leaning up against the wall, in shock that all of his money is now gone. You, I'll just say I'd say you as the character probably don't know how much is in there now, but I'll say for you, you know what? Let's do it this way.
All right, Turtle. I think we got what we came for.
Okay. And I'll just follow him out of the bar. And like as I reach the door, I'm gonna look back at the guy who owns the tavern. And I'm gonna warp back.
I didn't hurt him. Don't worry.
No, I'm just
he's
gonna
still
warp back.
breathing.
No, I know. I'm just gonna look back at him, and while he's making eye contact, I'm gonna turn back into a cat.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
he has.
Mr. Person watching this entire thing now without saying a word because he can't.
You see, almost like he has a newfound phobia of cats.
Yeah.
This is going to put insult to injury. He's going to pick up Turtle and start petting her, deadpan looking at him before walking away.
I'm just purring. I'm a happy cat. Literally none of that money is for me, but I'm happy.
You find just so you can add this to the inventory, you find 197 gold pieces, 166 silver, and 74 copper.
Okay, just to make sure. 197 gold, 166 silver, 74 copper.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna put 100 gold and all the silver and all the copper in the party inventory, and I'm keeping the 97 gold
Okay.
for myself.
Oh, and actually, I'm gonna add this into it too.
Yeah, 197. So I get
Let's do
97.
It doesn't happen often. You also find, what is it called? Hold on.
Platinum, Electrum,
Platinum. You find,
Platinum.
yep, because it doesn't happen often, but it does. You find 7 platinum.
Damn. Yeah, I'll put that in the party inventory too.
Yeah, I'd say that. That's what you find.
Pretty slightly rich.
A little bit of money.
A little bit. You know what's a platinum piece is worth?
10 gold, yeah. So that's 70 gold plus the 100 that I put in there. So 170 plus the 100 from Lord Daria.
Yeah.
So that's 270 gold. Plus all the silver, which is another 17 gold. So 287 gold. Plus the copper and silver, which makes another gold. So 288 gold?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a
It
bit.
says we have
Plus
equal
whatever
to...
was in there already for a total of 433 in the party inventory.
Yeah, it already calculated the total of 433 gold. Total.
Yeah, but that was including what we already had. I was just calculating what we,
Okay.
which is a lot.
he lets you guys go about your business. I mean, are you guys gonna stay at the inn?
Nope. I think at least I'm not. I don't want to be in the same room as that guy. He's probably gonna slit my throat.
No, we're walking back.
All right. So then I assume that you guys all then go to the orphanage and you are staying the night at the orphanage.
I think that would be the safest option.
Those that arrived at the orphanage prior, you walk in and you see a lot of liveliness for it being like maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. Kids are up. They are they're excited. They're moving around. There's like feathers flying in the air from some ripped pillows from pillow fights that have been happening. Lots of laughter. And you see like a couple of the older kids are like trying to settle all the little kids down because you know, they should be sleeping. You guys should be sleeping. Like, guys, let's quit wrecking the pillows. But it's just a little bit of chaos from these kids that is a much different atmosphere than the last time you walked in, where a lot of kids were laying in bed, unable to move, huddled around their candles. Some of the individuals that you recognize look less pale. They seem to have gotten their color back, and containing all of this life is next to impossible for a lot of these kids as they're excited to finally feel the energy to move around. I know Kurami was one of the individuals. I don't know if anyone else went directly there instead of to the inn.
Yeah, Lucius followed him.
Okay.
Mm.
Alenia is nowhere to be seen, obviously, as she is still at the chapel taking care of things there for the moment. You see as you walk in, several of the kids turn and look at who it is that's walking in, thinking like it's going to be their mother, so to speak. Realizing that it's you, they kind of just shrug it off and go back to doing everything that they're doing, pillow fights and everything, laughter. A couple of the older kids are again trying to like usher the kids back into their beds, and not doing too well at it.
Wow, it's much more lively in here now.
Just like it should be.
uh, one of the older kids comes up to you and says, "Sorry, but Sister Lenya is not here at the moment. Um, is there something that I can maybe help you with?"
Uh, yes. Eleni is busy with a couple of things right now, so she'll be back a bit later. Um, we've got some plans for tomorrow night. It would be.
Okay. Do you know when she'll be back? These
I
kids.
do not.
You see, like a look of weariness just come across his face, realizing that it is uncertain when these kids are gonna get taken care of. Um, is that
Um,
all, or
What do I don't
well,
think
we could lend a hand if you need until she gets back.
you see his eyes just like beam with happiness? Oh, that would be so much appreciated. Uh, these kids, I don't know what got into them. All of a sudden, one kid started laughing and it woke up another one, and the next thing you know, they're all awake, and it's it's a miracle. I don't know. They seem to be feeling so much better, and now I just can't get them to settle down. Um, I mean, maybe we could do something like tell them a story or something to maybe like get them to settle down.
Maybe sing a song. He looks at Karami.
I'll put up some dancing lights and prestidigitation to like gather the attention to me.
Mhm. As soon as you
Um,
start doing that, you see, uh, you hear a couple of flaps from a random like pillow hitting another kid, but you start to see like especially the dancing lights get a lot of attention from these kids. They're like, ooh, like something big and awesome is gonna go on. um, and you have a couple that kind of gather around you. They start asking you like, "Are you a wizard? Like, how can you do that? Can you teach me?" Uh, like another girl is like holding on to like this half broken stuffed rabbit, um, and is kind of like very awestruck, looking up at you, wondering what's gonna come next.
uh, she's gonna ask them to give her a bit of space. She's not a wizard. She will dance and sing for them. So she needs a little bit of space so she doesn't like bump into any of them. And then she's going to start the performance with a very soothing, calming song to help like relax the children and get them back to a appropriate level of energy.
Just for the sake of it, give me a performance check.
Not a problem. Uh,
Slight problem.
no, 22. I only have a +8 with advantage to my performances.
um, you begin singing your song in a very soft, quiet tone, uh, doing some maybe like interpretive type of dancing with it, um, bringing in like the lights kind of like have a nice little like dimming effect, as your prestidigitation maybe brings over like smells of like maybe lavender, um, like a warm breeze to kind of like give it an even um, more calming effect. As you notice that a lot of the kids are like, some of them are sitting on beds, others are like laying in them, but you're still kind of capturing a lot of that attention. It seems to be kind of calming the kids down a bit. Excited that there's um, magic happening right before their eyes. I would probably say at this point, the others are coming in as you are kind of finishing up your song and dance, um, and the rest of you see all these kids laying about and watching Karami give this little performance.
Once I finish, I'm going to mention that I'm planning on doing that a performance like that the following night as an event for what we've done today. Not going into detail about it, but mentioning that they've freed the town, but not going into detail on it.
You see a lot of the kids at the mention of a performance tomorrow, um, at freeing the town and having some sort of event happening. Like, a lot of the kids get excited. Um, some of them are kind of not sure what's going on, because whether they don't even know what an event in this town is or not. Um, but quite a few of the kids seem to have some sort of excitement with, um, as any kid probably would, with a lot of activity happening in a town where they get to maybe do things that they don't normally do, and for a change of pace. Um, you see one of the older kids say, and that means that you all need to go to bed so that way you can go tomorrow, because any kid that does not go to bed is not going. You see this other girl stand up on top of a bed and go, yeah, as if like trying to reinforce what that older kid is saying. Uh, you hear a couple groans from the kids. A couple kids get excited and they jump into their beds, quickly covering themselves up. Um, some of them without pillows because they are just not in existence anymore. But for the most part, you see quite a few of them start to settle back in, and it is not much of chaos as it was when he first walked in. The older kid that had spoken to you before turns and says, "Thank you so much. I fear we probably wouldn't have gotten them down at any point before the sun rose." Um, I don't really have anything to thank you with. I'm sure Sister
You need
Elenia
to thank
probably
me
would.
with anything. No, no.
Is I guess is that all that you had, that you were gonna come and tell us that, or is there something more I
No,
can do
we'll
for
be
you?
spending the night here.
Oh,
We'll find an appropriate place.
sure. You see him point to like a couple open beds, like where the children are at. Um,
Mm,
but then he kind of goes down a hallway and shows that there's a couple of rooms there, and he says these rooms are usually reserved for a lot of the older kids, you know, to allow them some of their own space. Um, but we're more than happy um, to sleep with the other kids for tonight. You know, if you need um, a place to stay. You see him like rush into the room as he grabs a couple things, like a set of clothes and um, like maybe like some like a small book that seems to be like falling apart. Um, and he kind of like takes it out of the room and leaves the door open, kind of showing you that his room is available for you to take for the night.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Oh, please, it's the least we can do.
Well, Karami, did you want to get some rest until the rest of the party shows up.
Didn't the rest of the party show up once I finished my performance? So the rest of
Oh,
them
did
are
they?
here.
Yeah. The rest of the party shows
Oh.
up. When the performance was just about finished, so they kind of caught like the very last piece of it. Lucius, as you say that, you turn around and notice that everyone else is kind of there.
Oh. Everyone is here.
I've plopped myself on a couch.
You're so quiet.
I know I'm gonna need some rest to really work on the lyrics for this song. And I'll retire for the night.
I'm gonna go pretty much by the entrance and just kind of walk around something that looks fairly maybe cleaner than some other spots and just curl up or lay on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you probably find a spot by the door, up on a small little table. There's like a
Yeah.
there's a nice little like cleaned off spot. There's no like papers or anything sitting there. So you can watch the entrance as you get some rest.
Yeah, I'm a cat. I don't really care where I sleep, so a little table near where people do things. It just seems like a nice spot.
Who-
Mist is going to actively yawn and number to a bed. Doesn't care. He probably won't care who's trying to claim it or not. So
Who carried Turtle back?
Mist.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
I could have as
So-
well.
Yeah, straight up, curling up, like in between your ears on the pillow. Very invasive in your headspace.
Aww.
Straight up, yeah. That's where Turtle's sleeping.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
All right. Kane, are you finding just one of the empty rooms that one of the older kids gave up?
Yeah, I'll just find one of those and sleep in it.
Perfect. And Lucius.
Wherever there's a space.
I'd probably say the same thing. You probably find another empty. One of the kids gives up his room as they go to sleep in with all the other little kids for the night, following in suit with the other one. More than happy to do so for the individuals that helped calm these kids down. Anything you'd like to do before you guys fall asleep?
I don't think so for me.
I guess I'll
Annie's
identify
gonna do
the
her stuff
pendant.
after she wakes back up.
You said you're gonna identify the pendant,
Yeah, I'll
the heart one.
actually wait. Yeah, can I identify it without attuning to it? I can't remember. Or is that the spell one that you have to do?
So you can equip it. If it requires attuning, you essentially attune to it as you are
that
wearing
might not be a
it.
good idea.
But yeah.
What are you
Maybe
testing?
I'll do the heart-shaped one later. I'll deal with the small box. I'll just identify the small box while we're
Okay.
sleeping.
Okay. How are you just like sleeping with it? Like, are you kind of curled up with
Yeah.
it, or okay?
Yeah, I've kind of like got it in my hands, kind of tucked my arms up.
Okay.
Next, it's kind of like right next to me.
Okay. I have something for that then. So I'll wait to tell you what that is here in a moment.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Nope. Mist is conked out.
Okay.
I don't have anything I really need to do. I was just gonna suggest if we have a bunch of identified stuff and we put it into a pile, it can do detect magic and see if anything it gives off. But because it'll do what detect magic can do anything within an area, right?
Yes.
Yeah, within 30 feet of myself.
I'd say you could probably do that. In so doing, you recognize that almost everything that you put inside of that has some sort of magical property to it.
Well, it will tell me which school.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of talking about.
Off-screen time.
Yeah, needless to say, a lot of the loot that you guys have picked up has some sort of magical capability to it. I don't think anything has any sort of like conjuration. There's probably a lot of like, pull it up here. Maybe.
We could just put parentheses next to each of the identified items in the party inventory for which school they come from.
There'd be like
So,
an elemental or evocation, right?
I added the Bernard's Bountiful backpack as an item in there, so I'm carrying the backpack. So if anyone wants to like put shit in the backpack,
That wand I'm kind of interested in.
The wand has
Can I learn from spell scrolls?
is that conjuration? It might be a little bit of conjuration slash evocation.
And admit his head perks up for seemingly no reason
Oh.
as he feels the need to walk around the building to check
yeah,
if
if you're grabbing, oh, sorry.
I mean, there could be a mouse, there could be a bug. Gotta go check everybody. He's sniffing around, checking Lucius, sniffing Lucius, making sure you're alive, whatnot. Gotta go around, checking all the rooms, doing the meerkat thing where he's sticking his head up.
You probably hear a couple scritches from a mouse here or there in the walls. As this isn't the most well kept building, and there's food around, so intentionally mice will kind of find their way in. As you're like outside, you probably see a couple flying rats. Also kind of flying about.
Oh,
It doesn't say it has to be another spell book. It could be a spell scroll. Okay. I kind of want to see that spell scroll too.
I'm going to decide not to engage the flying rats against all of my better judgment.
I'm gonna head towards Cormac and see if he's fine if I check out the spell scroll and the wand.
I'm going to go by Cormac as well because I hear activity and I just have to smell everybody and make sure it's all good. I'm in a half awake state and it's just some like cat instincts.
Shit.
You go to Cormac, who's lounged out on the couch, and you go to ask him, and you see a half asleep cat kind of like sniffing over at you guys.
My eyes are just thinly open, little slits.
Just apparently sleep wandering.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired as I open my eyes. The wand? Sure.
The wand and the spell scroll. I'd be
Scroll,
down
yeah,
to check
yeah.
them out.
I'll grab the bag and I'll hand it to you. Both of them.
Okay.
The spell scroll is the Starry Wisp. Spell scroll, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the only one
That's
you
what
have.
What you said? I accidentally
Yeah.
said Starry Wisp star, so I just fix
Everything
that.
seems normal to Mip, so he's just making his way back to the table to go lay back down and stretch out.
You stretch
Yeah, if
out,
you want, you can move those.
and
Your
you realize that there's like a candle on the other side of the table, and your tail like just gonna like swished over, and you're like, ooh, but then you curl up, and your tail falls over the edge as it like swings back and forth.
Nice.
Seeing it when I look it up for some reason. Or maybe I'm spelling that wrong. Hang on.
did you move the items, or did you remove them if you're identifying them?
I just left him in the backpack inventory
Alright.
thing. I'm just identifying it.
Okay, and you are casting it, or
Yeah.
you are doing the identify part of it, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
try to identify it
Okay, so yeah,
with investigation
yeah,
or
the
whatever.
spell scroll is Starry Wisp spell scroll. I think for those you have to. Oops. I think you just type in spell scroll and then you have to like add what it is. I'm not sure. Because it's
Indeed, beyond just being useless right now.
because it's just a cantrip.
Oh,
Yeah, so there's not like an individual like item for it. You just have to put it in there. And then the wand is a wand of pyrotechnics.
a wand of pyrotechnics.
Yep.
That was one of the other spells I was also looking at.
But yeah, so that's those two items. As you go to sleep, Lucius, you have a very pleasant dream. You, what's up? Here it is. Okay. You go to sleep, and in your dream, you're walking through these this endless like plains. The wind is blowing very slightly. You're watching the bits of like tall grass and stuff kind of move in the wind, and the plains just seem to never end. You look up at the sky, and the night, or I should say, the time of day is at that. It's like preem twilight. It's just the perfect time of day where it's not quite dark, but it's not quite light, and it's that period of transitioning from one to the other. As you're walking through these fields, you realize that someone is beside you, walking with you. Lucius, you stand at a moment. Healing alone can no longer hold this world together. I am Vespera, guardian of twilight, keeper of the balance between what must end and what must live.
Lucius looks in their direction. Vespera? If you are truly who you claim to be, then tell me, why have you waited? I've prayed and begged. I watched people die believing someone was listening. If you were there then, why speak now?
Everything has a purpose. You are asking for the wrong thing. You're trying to save everyone. You are trying to spare the pain and suffering of the world. It's never possible. One can't simply stop the end. Now you ask yourself, well, whether anything can stop the end itself. That is the question worth answering.
I've been trying to stop it every way I know how. I protect people, I heal them, I give them time, and still it seems like the blight spreads. Every time I think I've made a difference, it proves how small I really am.
You're not small. You're standing against something that devours meaning itself. It's not death. The blight is. It's erasing. It's taking it out completely. It does not end lives, it ends futures. Mercy alone is not able to stop it.
Then what are you saying? Trying to save everyone is pointless?
No, it matters. Every moment you held the line, it mattered. Every life you save, every wound you mend, every moment you've resisted delays the blight's advance. And that matters. But it will never be enough by itself. What you've been doing cannot stand on its own.
People still die when I act. No matter what choice I make, someone pays the price. I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to carry that.
You were never meant to carry it, not by yourself at least. You are meant to carry it. But strength is not the absence of fear, Lucius. It is choosing to stand even when you know the cost.
And what if fighting means destroying someone I could have saved? What if stopping the blight means becoming something else to fear?
Then you grieve. And you keep the world intact for those still living. Mercy without resistance only delays the inevitable. Resistance without compassion becomes another form of ruin. Twilight exists because both are required.
We just helped someone who sacrificed their soul thinking they did something better. I don't want to become cold. I don't want to justify killing just because it's necessary.
Cold men do not fear becoming monsters. You do. That is why I speak to you.
So you're asking me to stop trying to save everyone?
No. I'm simply telling you that saving everyone is not the same as stopping the blight. If all you do is heal the damage it causes, it will just grow until there's nothing left to heal.
So what am I supposed to do?
You do what many others have already done. You choose the world over your own comfort. You choose to act, even when the choice is unbearable.
That sounds like asking me to become something I'm not.
No, I'm asking you to become who you truly are.
And what is that? Become a monster to protect?
Dawn protected you without hesitation, ready to destroy for your life, even knowing the cost.
Lucia's eyes kind of like widen when she mentions Dawn.
She did not weigh outcomes. She did not ask if it was fair. She stood between you and the end and paid for it.
He kind of like looks down from that and don't.
She understood something you are still resisting.
She didn't have a choice.
Neither do you.
That's not true.
It is. You can refuse to strike. You can refuse to hunt. And the blight will thank you the more for it.
That's cruel.
So is pretending that inaction is mercy.
I don't want to decide who deserves to die.
You're not deciding that. No. You are deciding whether the Blight is allowed to keep choosing for you. Celeste is fighting too, you know, ready to give her life for the world.
Celeste. She's fighting.
Yes. On a path that leads to the same end you now see.
And it could kill her.
It will, if enough of you refuse to stand.
Lucius kind of looks back at her. You're saying if I fail,
I'm saying if you all fail, the Blight does not need to defeat you. It only needs you to hesitate long enough.
so saving everyone isn't the goal.
Saving everything is.
And that means eliminating threats. What if they wear familiar faces?
Even then,
He kind of shakes his head and looks back down. What if it costs people I love?
especially then.
That's an impossible choice.
It already has been made. By Dawn, by Celeste, by your parents, by every soul who stands against erasure, knowing the price.
And if I refuse?
Then the Blight grows bolder. Its chains loosen faster, and when it finally surges unchecked, there'll be no one left to save.
So my role is to make sure that moment never comes.
She reaches a hand out to you and cusps your cheek. Your role is to deny it every opportunity to win.
He looks up at her. By saving who I can.
And destroying what must not remain.
And he looks back down. Even if it breaks me.
It will test you, but it will not hollow you. Because you understand why you stand.
Well, Dawn didn't hesitate.
No.
And Celeste isn't hesitating.
No.
And I know Tylian wouldn't hesitate. Then neither can I.
You know what needs to be said.
I will save who I can. I will hunt the Blight wherever it takes root. I will not let hesitation give it victory.
You will not walk this path alone. Others stand against the Blight even now, some at your side, some far beyond your sight. Every step you take strengthens theirs. When you falter, they will hold the line. When they falter, you will. If you're lost because you love deeply, that's not weakness, no. It is why the Blight cannot hollow you out. You will stumble, you will doubt, you'll grieve, and still you will endure. I don't ask you to carry the world, I ask you to carry your part of it, and to trust that others carry theirs. Just remember this. The Blight has not won because you stood in its way. Every life you saved, every stand you made, every threat you cut back, each one mattered. She removes the hand from your cheek, and she kind of steps back just briefly, looking over you. Not just looking at you, but almost looking through you to your very essence. I'll be watching you. Not to command you, not to judge you, but to bear witness to the balance you preserve. So now I give you what you've already been walking toward. Stand in the space between light and dark, between life and death. Guard what remains. Deny the blight its victory. I name you a cleric of twilight. May your presence steady those who stand beside you. And her vision fades away very briefly, as if absorbed by the twilight itself, leaving you standing alone in this endless plain of peace and tranquility.
Lucius takes in a deep breath and kind of feels like he has like this understanding of what he needs to do. And then if he can, in this dream, he closes his eyes.
You close your eyes and you feel the embrace of Vespera. It's not warm, it's not cold. It's just comforting. It's tranquility in and of itself. It is that merciful bridge between knowing what lives and that everything that lives must come to an end. And it's comforting to know that there is someone, something that's out there ruling over this as you drift off into a restful sleep. As the sun begins to rise, Cormac, you feel a slight warmth to your chest as the box, no longer black, appears to have a warm color to it. It is now, I don't want to say white, but like a light wooden, like maybe a chestnut brown. The symbol of the sun has a slight glow to it. And I will say that you've successfully identified this box. And it is the... Well, what did I choose for it? I gave it a name. The Deck of Dawning Fates.
Deck of Dawning Fates.
Yes.
Right? I'll add that to my inventory and
You also notice that
a second.
where the... Like where you would open it, the box, like before, it didn't really seem to have like an edge that you could open it with. But now there is a fine edge that you could open the box.
Right? I'll open the box. Do I know what the deck does? Like, can I read the description?
Yeah, I'd say
Or-
so.
Okay. Okay, let's shuffle.
And everyone else, you're free to use in the morning as you'd like. I would say as everyone does begin to wake up, unless anyone else has anything in the middle of the night that they wanted to do, you do hear that the town is much more lively. There's singing going on in the streets. People are moving around out and about. You hear people calling to each other. You hear children playing and running. There's like horses and carts that have. And actually, here, let me turn this back on.
And by the way, I will draw a card.
You're gonna draw a card, okay?
Why not?
You draw a card. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh no.
I just got to figure out
It
what
doesn't
which one
sound
this
good.
is. It's actually kind of interesting.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
So,
At
you
least
go.
it's not a deck of many things, because that would have probably been worse.
This is like a different version of it.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a con save. Great. The thing that I have a very, very... Okay, 11.
Okay. So you still gain the benefit of a long rest, but your night, or actually, you know what? Should I leave it for that? Yeah, I should probably leave it for that. Or actually, no,
Excuse me.
I won't. I'll leave that for the next one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to, at this point, nothing happens.
Because
The,
Nothing
he
happens.
technically pulled it when he was awake after the
What,
fight.
well, kind of. So,
what was the card?
The card?
that,
So you pull the card and you look at it, and the image, put it on the stream for people to see here, has like a sleeping tiefling, and above it is the same tiefling being impaled by a spear by some shadowy figure.
Calm down.
oh, shit. This doesn't look good. So what happens with the card that I'm holding now? Is it just in my hand?
Yep. So the card that you're holding, it's in your hand. You look at it, and after looking at the card, it disappears into like a. No, I would say it kind of begins to like disintegrate. Think of like a Thanos snap, where they kind of like ash away. The card does that from like one corner. It just begins to just crumble and rise up and just fade into nothingness. The box goes. You hear this click as the box closes. It becomes black once again, and that edge to open it is no longer there.
I'm gonna, like, little on edge, like, put the box in my pocket. Just, like, I'm gonna be looking over my shoulder for the day.
All right.
For no particular reason.
I guess what?
I would like to perk up and see if there's any flying rats.
Did you conjure any flying rats?
No, but I seen him last night, and I was half asleep, and I'm awake, and I'm like, wait.
You look around, you don't see any flying rats, but you do see a bunch of birds flying around.
I want to catch a bird.
Give me acrobatics check.
All right. Do. 12 plus 6, 18.
Perfect. So you do one of those things. So you're outside. You kind of climb up on top of the fence, and you're kind of watching these birds fly around. You're waiting for your moment because like you can jump high, but they're flying kind of up there. So you wait for the moment for the one bird to just kind of swoop down, and you do the little cat thing where you have your hind legs are up and you kind of like shake your butt a little bit, and you kind of wait, and then one manages to swoop down, and you leap at it. Your claws extend as you plunge your claws into the feathery body of this bird, and you manage to catch one.
All right. Can I bring it to the person in charge at this orphanage?
Are you looking for Elenia, or are you looking for the kid that was giving up the rooms and stuff?
The kid.
Okay, so you walk up, you see the kid still sleeping on the bed, and you jump up, you sit on the kid's like abdomen, and you kind of just plop your butt down with the bird still in your mouth, and you see the kid's eyes just kind of like move a little bit as they slowly open, looking up at you with this dead bird in your mouth.
This is a very important gift.
Thank you.
And then I walk away.
The kid like looks down, looking at this dead bird that you've just given it. Oh, okay, and he like picks up the wing, like holding it by like one of the wings as it's just sitting there lifeless in between its two fingers. Looks over at you, kind of just sauntering away, very proud of the gift that you just gave. Are you watching him?
No, I'm headed out, taking a walk past Kane. And as I walk past Kane, he just hears in his mind, "I just messing with that kid."
The kid's good.
Get his card.
The kid manages to like walk over to the kitchen area and disposes of the burger.
By the time morning comes, Turtle is like contorted over Mist's head, like back arching over his face, tail probably waking him up with a sneeze, paws stretched very invasively over his personal space. I'm not a cute little ball anymore. I'm just stretched and contorted all up in his face.
Should I roll to see if Mist wakes up from the various uncomfortable position of having a cat on your face?
That's up to you.
You know what? Why not?
Mothered.
I got a 10.
You feel something tickling your nose. You're having a little dream. You're on a ship sailing the seas with your crew. Everything was going great, and then your nose begins to like twitch, and you realize in your dream you got this mustache, and this mustache is like tickling your nose, and it won't stop. You tried to like push it down away from your nose, but it just keeps coming up, and you sneeze.
Mr. Opens up his eyes after he sneezes, and he starts like petting Turtle, like, okay, cat, I need to start waking up now.
She's gonna start purring and just kind of like stretch Long Cat like further, and then kind of like mid stretch fall off the bed and just curl back up on the floor.
And Miss is like, okay. He had an idea. He starts going towards the kitchen. He's hungry.
As you head towards the kitchen, you swear you saw a bird get put into the trash can, but you're still kind of half asleep. And you all hear the church bells ringing. you the front door bursts open as
Okay.
this small child runs in and starts waking all the other kids up, saying, everyone, come look, everyone, it's all ready, come on. And she's like trying to like pull a couple of her friends out. You realize it's the one that was standing up on the bed that was like, yeah, trying to reinforce the other kid, telling them all to go to bed. She runs over and looks for you, Karami, and is trying to grab your hand and pull you out the door.
I'll yield to the child's whim.
As you step outside, you see a whole slew of people. The streets are filled with people. Don't know where they all came from, but there are now some like really put together stands of like different foods and stuff. There are other there's like some like bards like on different corners giving like some songs. But you notice at the very entrance to the orphanage, outside of like a little fence, little very makeshift fence, you see a whole bunch of people that turn and look at you, and they begin going into a slight roar of cheers and claps. You hear a couple thank yous from the people of this city. You even managed to see a couple sparks fly into the air, some confetti kind of, so I shouldn't say confetti, like strips of paper, that makeshift confetti, as like some kids are like throwing it up into the air. And the child is still trying to like pull you into the crowd.
I'll continue going with the child's.
Everyone else that's inside the orphanage, you hear all of this happen. You hear the vast cheering. Anyone who looks out the door is able to see, almost as if they're like kind of giving you a small little parade, or like the ability to like parade into the district. And several of the other children that were sleeping before have now woken up, and they are just throwing on whatever clothes they can to run outside.
Oh yeah. I mean, if there's anything worth getting up for, it's the chance to poof out my chest and parade through town. 100%. Tiny little legs. I'm gonna walk up this time. We're just gonna poof up as much as I can, and like head held high, definitely not taller than anybody's ankles, and give my proudest cat strut, and I have no idea what I'm proud of.
You see a couple kids like, oh kitty, and they kind of like get down onto like their knees, and they kind of reach out to pet you as you are sauntering your way down the street.
Deserve this.
A couple of the kids
I 100% deserve this.
a couple of the kids also have like made these small little like doll charms out of like paper and whatever fabric that they could find and anything, and they're kind of like laying them on the ground as you all like kind of walk past. A lot of candles are being burned as well, of all different colors, not just red. There's lots of many different colors, and even the flames on the candles are not just normal like yellow or orange or very light. There's some blue, there's some green, there's many different colored flames to these candles.
Interesting.
as you begin to parade down the street, you notice at the very end, in one of the central areas, there is there's a little sign that says like now entering the Silver District, and you can see where tables have been set up. Some of the tables appear to have like none of them seem to like. There's a couple that seem to match, but there's a lot of like different styles of table. Your best guess is they probably pulled them from some of the nearby businesses and pulled them out onto the street, so that way that there would be tables for people to eat at, and etc. You look around. Cormac had to step away. You know what? Turtle, give me a perception check.
Oh, that's not bad. I got 19.
You got 19?
19.
All right. You, as you're parading, getting closer and closer to this food, you smell some baked fish. You smell lots of other different types of food, and as you're kind of walking, getting closer and closer to this food, you do notice in the distance that Gregor Marn, the inn master of the Weeping Cask, is the crowd, kind of like looking about. You see him. He's not looking at you, but you kind of follow his gaze, and he's looking at another cat. And he's kind of like just intentfully watching it. But you do know that he is here as requested by Cormac.
I'm gonna stay out of sight, but in his head he just hears meow.
You see him. You see him jump, physically jump, like probably a good 6 inches off the ground, and is frantically like looking around, still, and like every so often looking back at the cat, thinking that it was potentially the cat that was talking to him.
Might I circle around and jump on a window ledge and just kind of sit there staring at him?
There's just cats everywhere.
You do that. He looks at you. He looks at the other cat, and he's like, he grabs a mug filled with who knows what, and he slowly starts like moving away. This is trying to get as much.
I'm just looking at him because technically I don't know what happened. I just know that he seems to be odd, so I'm just kind of looking at him.
He is deathly terrified. You all see that there's also a makeshift stage that has been put together. No one is on it currently at the moment. And Alenia is at the very end of the parading people. You do also see the tiefling woman, and another small child standing next to her.
What the? I smell fish.
I'm headed toward the fish.
Hello.
Yes. I see. Hopefully you all have gotten enough sleep this morning. As she looks over past you all, Lucius and Kane, have you guys managed to make your way out of the orphanage yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So she looks back, and she holds her arms out to either side and says, "I know this isn't much. It's the best we could do on such short notice, but this is all for you." And you hear all of the chanting. Everyone goes into another uproar. Hats are flying in the air. More confetti. Everything. And she waits for the everything to kind of die down a little bit before saying, "Please eat. Help yourselves. This is all for you." And if there's anything more that we could do for you, please let us know. But you are welcome to stay as long as you would like.
Oh my, this is good fish right here. I'm liking this. Thank you so much. I do believe that we offered a performance of sorts.
Yes, yes. The stage right here, as she goes and shows the makeshift stage, kind of off to the side. Um, you're welcome to give the performance whenever you'd like. We kind of left it open for whenever you would like to do that. Um,
That's not up to me. I just remembered
That was a
promises.
thing.
oh well, I mean, the thought of some dancing cats seems pretty entertaining to me.
I mean, I could give a
I'll
dance.
allow anyone up on stage with me.
I will come and dance with you. I'm not against that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
she
Different kinds of cats.
I got a +2 in performance.
she she stands off to the side, allowing you to go up onto the stage if you would like. But she motions to the tables upon tables of food, um, to which is where you can see there is lots of different types of fish that have been baked. Some have been grilled. There is like part of a boar. There is lots of cheeses, fruits and vegetables, all sorts of different types of food that you can think of. Um, there also there's even some what else? Some birds, like lots of like Cornish hens, things like that are just out as anything that they could really scrap together to put out there as a showing gratitude. You also notice that on some of the barrels, that some of the barrels of the wine and mead have some of the Weeping Cask's logo on it, signifying that he did contribute to some of the festivities as well.
Prior to our performance, whenever we do go on, I will just, telepathically just give the idea that I am one of the happiest kitty cats on the planet, including the Inn Master. So when we do go to perform and we get on stage, I will project that like everybody will realize this is a very extremely happy cat.
Okay. So I can get the performance started soon on then, since they want me to be the one to break the stage and do the first song, and then other people can use it however they want.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what I actually have right here, because some of the words that are gonna I don't have any singing here because all of the stuff that I translated to is more Japanese based, but some of the phrases I've got.
I can kind of telepathically make your Japanese word ideas translate.
No, I'm speaking in common. I'm saying I'm not gonna be singing for you people. Sorry, not this time.
That's what happens when you put a trumpet up.
So stuff like your words more than anyone else's, your answers more than anything else. I want to be sure of them. The most important thing I have here would be, tell me of the world of your own, the things you want to tell, the things you want to deliver, the words you want to tell, the sounds you want to deliver. Like enticing people to like speak your part, raise your voice, sound your feelings to me, to others. The song title is Your Voice. I don't have any phrase for that, but
Gotcha. So who is all partaking in this performance?
Mist is.
this is apparently gonna do a flute.
Okay. So we have Mist. We have Mip with
I've snuck
dancing.
into the crowd.
No Cormac. Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go find the innkeeper.
Mip also has the ability to play drum beats if necessary, but using his monk martial arts mastery can do some fancy dance work slightly.
Yeah, turtles off.
Drums with me. I have a flute. If anyone else has any instruments they can play, I'm pretty sure I have them.
I can play the drums. I don't have one though. I'm a cat.
Turtles
Uh,
off being hand fed by a bunch of kids probably will give up food.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The kids are more enthralled with the cats more than anyone else. So yeah, you're absolutely being fed by all these kids. Some of them are like being gentle. Other ones, especially the younger ones, are like trying to like shove the fish into your face. But yes, you are being fed.
I horked down what looked like way more fish than should fit in a cat's mouth. And then that's when I expressed the feeling to everybody that I'm a super happy cat, and then we'll climb onto the stage.
Kane, Lucius, are either of you helping out with this?
Like, if you've seen Fairy Tale, I'm basically happy.
No, I
Yes.
wasn't. I had different plans, which I was going to message you while everybody else was doing
Oh,
their
okay.
thing.
Go ahead.
I think Lucius will probably be leaning on a post watching.
Watching? Okay.
Yeah.
So those that are helping, give me performance checks.
All right.
Just to see what happens.
I got a 17 plus 2, so 19.
19.
What time of day performance?
What about time?
What time of day is this performance?
Oh, I'd say it's probably happening at about, let's see, inventory, I'd say about like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, never mind.
Mist got a 15.
Okay, so 19,
25.
15, and 25. Okay. Two monks are up there dancing, giving, or sorry. Well, yeah, I'd say, Mist, you probably incorporate a little bit of dancing with your flute playing as well, since you're kind of a little free to do so. You give the performance. The music is heard. Everyone is like quiet for a moment as you are giving the performance. And as you get to certain parts where the beat kind of kicks up a little bit, and it encourages people to, like, as you said, like, speak their own voice.
Upbeat sort of music, very different from the one I used at the orphanage. This is very much like, I want you to be like shouting and like moving along with the music here.
They at first they're kind of just like listening because they want to give respect to you and hearing the sounds. But then you get to the parts where you talk about
my arms, like ask them to like up, sort of like wave my hands in an upward fashion. Like, no, I don't want you to be silent here. Speak.
So as you do that too, like, you notice that a couple of them, especially the kids, kind of start dancing. Some guy off in the distance too is dancing, and if you want to call it dancing, he is doing that. And that encourages like a lot of other people to get up and start moving about. and the crowd begins to kind of chant because they don't know the song, but then once they start like listening to it, they start to pick up like different parts of it, and they begin singing along with you and dancing. You hear a lot of jovial laughter. Um, Kids are swinging each other around. Um, you maybe even see uh, some more like some people are like picking up the streamers from the ground and kind of like throwing them back up into the air.
Oh, can I do another performance check?
Sure.
All right, I have an idea.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 19. I was hoping for a natural 20, but 19 will do plus 2. 21. I would like to start dancing on my hind legs like a person.
Okay.
And grabbing streamers and joining in with the crowd.
Oh goodness, yes, absolutely.
I mean, if I could fist fight, I could stand on my hind legs. Like
Yeah.
I'll dance like that.
Absolutely.
If I was hoping for a natural 20 just so I could seamlessly integrate, but I will mess with a 19.
Yeah, so the innkeeper's about to piss himself.
Yes. So you get up on your hind legs, you grab a couple of streamers, and you kind of do like the ribbon dances in the Olympics. And you're kind of like dancing all around the stage, and you have this great idea. It would be so great if I went into the crowd. So you start jumping into the crowd with the streamers, and you're like dancing on people's heads and shoulders, and you're kind of like jumping throughout the crowd doing so. Um, as you're jumping through the crowd, you do notice the innkeeper, um, and you jump onto him, who he immediately starts panicking, and you jump off of him, and just as he starts like he like drops whatever it is that he was like busy like eating and kind of slowly popping to it, but like the plate of food that he had is now like on the ground in front of him because he just dropped it and he starts running away, just frantically screaming. And you just continue doing your dancing throughout the crowd.
Yes.
This poor innkeeper.
That guy.
But yeah, the rest of the performance goes amazing. You end the song with a very very sudden ending, and the crowd cheers and chants. They want more and more. You see other bards are lining up to go up onto the stage and begin their processions as well. Uh,
As a gesture of good faith, I will gladly dance with the other bards.
Perfect. Let's see here. Kane, who do you let know?
I forgot what her name was, but it was gonna be for where I'm going. I would tell Lucius.
Okay. So I'll give you that opportunity to say that, but the name, were you talking about
The woman that we gave the curse to.
Alenia?
Ellen.
Yeah.
Because you have her hidden now, so I can't.
Fair.
Okay.
I'll probably go find Alenia after Karami's done with her performance as well.
Okay.
Now, what was the name of the town again?
The town is Bellenau. Bellenau.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe I'll put that like into the stream somewhere. I'll let you roleplay that out if you'd like.
Oh, the letting him know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Alenia and be like, hey, is there library or somewhere that I can go to try to get more research done for ourselves for when we leave?
Oh, a library. She ponders for a moment. Yeah, I mean there's a library here. I don't know how much information it would really give.
I mean, unless his keep may have more information.
I mean, it might.
We have a task that we originally were given, and I kind of want to try to get more research on it, and especially after the whole church situation. Hopefully, also maybe looking to see if I can learn some more spells.
Sure. Yeah, the library would be actually just down this way as she points off into one of the distances. Continuing it, not from the way that you came from with the orphanage, but further down the road. You see that building there, and she kind of points, she's kind of pointing towards this little bit. This building looks a little bit more refined. She's like, that one there with like the blue paint on the side. That one there is the library. It should be open.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know what information you would be able to find in there, but you're more than welcome to use it.
And then I'm gonna walk up to Lucius. Hey, I'm gonna go to the library and try to get some more research done. So if you guys are done with the whole party thing, I'll just be over there. Just let me know.
Okay. The library. I got it.
And then I'll start heading off towards the library.
Okay. You head over towards the library. Kind of like the same thing. Lots of people are like trying to shake your hand. Some kids are trying to give you these little charms that they've made. Everybody wants to know, like, they want to touch and meet the people that have rescued their town. You come across the building. The doors are open. There is one lone individual in the library. She has a very plain looking dress on, some spectacles that are sitting down at the very edge of her nose as she has her face into a book. Takes a moment for her to recognize or realize that someone actually walked in. She looks up at you and says, "Oh, welcome. Not enjoying the festivities today?"
It's just not my thing.
Fair
As
enough.
much. I've been to a lot.
Well, you're welcome to take a look at any of the books that are here. Though I do suggest if you are looking to remove any from this establishment that you please come here first. But otherwise, it is all yours.
And then I'll try to find as much research as I can for our current quest, if I can remember what it was, because it's been so long. I think we were planning on going to the desert.
Yes. You're going to the Salt Dune Desert. Give me a history check.
16 is 13 plus 3.
Okay. Yeah. So you remember that you were heading to the Salt Dune Desert. There was a little bit of salt that you guys had acquired from the ritual at the church that was used to summon the herald. And you guys recognized that it was special sand from within the desert, in a certain part of the desert. And so you guys were headed there to gather more information. You're also kind of assigned by the Queen of Lunaria to investigate more on the Blight, try and find an end to it, find out why it's happening, and what you can do to maybe reverse some of the effects. And there was some sort of tie-in with the cult and this sand from some of the paperwork, I believe, that you guys had found at the church, signifying that they were using the southern trade route to basically transfer that sand or that salt over. you gather a couple books, some that seem to fit. You try to find books on the desert, books on this special salt, and you also are looking up information on the blight. You don't find as much information on the blight as you would like to have found. There doesn't seem to be a lot of information on it here. Give me just like a straight intelligence check.
That's without proficiencies or anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, 19 plus 3 for 22.
All right. Okay. So, as far as information on the blight, you know that it happened quite a long time ago, but the blight there hasn't been a whole lot of instances here near the city or even in the country, so to speak, where a lot of the blight has taken effect. So there's not a whole lot to go off of here, but it seems that a lot of the information is coming from Justifa, and it is coming from oh snap, what are their names? Here, do I have it in here? No, that talks about that. Ooh. The Veil Wardens. A lot of the information comes from the Veil Wardens. The Veil Wardens are a group of individuals who are tasked with trying to hold the blight back. They're kind of like on the front lines. There is I think it's called the Dark Veil, that is basically where the edge of the blight meets the uninfected. Somehow, there have been instances of the blight appearing in other places outside of Justifa, like I said, there are like a few places, like maybe one or two in Lunaria. There are a few in a couple other different continents that didn't seem to stem from Justifa. So somehow it's kind of infecting places outside of where that veil is. But a lot of the information comes from them. You also read a little bit about how there seems to be some connection with Balashka. But that's about all the information that you can gather on the blight. As far as the desert goes, you see that it is the desert is a very uninhabitable place. It is a desert after all. There are lots of like small towns that have seemed to have found ways to survive out there, usually around any of the oases that are out there. They focus mainly on trade with trying to bring in any produce, though they do try to stay alive through various different cacti and other small creatures that do inhabit the wasteland. The salt that you have found seems to appear in one of the central areas of the Salt Dune Desert, where there is seems to be like an erected temple just sitting out there. Has been long since abandoned. It doesn't have like an exact place of where it is, but they do say that there are individuals within the small town of Alnwick, A-L-N as in Nancy, W-I-C-K, who there's some history with that has seemed to have some sort of tie to this temple. The temple is usually fairly easy to see, as there is a pillar of rock that is jutting up out of the desert, and as like a landmark to establish this is where this temple is at. A lot of that special salt seems to come from around this rock and this temple.
I'll probably have to go back and re-watch
Yeah.
the pod just to get a lot of this written down, but I'm writing it down in my notes.
No worries. No worries.
I have quite a lot in my notes.
Was there...
Then I also hoping to see if I can maybe learn some more spells.
Okay. What kind of...
Not anything specific, but whatever I can possibly find that are within capability that I can learn. So it's like level 2 is max, but I know it ain't gonna be that much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to easily find.
So you're looking for like spell books within the library?
Spell books or scrolls, yeah, that might be in there.
Gotcha. You don't really find any in here. I'd say you go to ask the librarian, and the librarian just kind of shakes her head and says, we tend to not have those in a public library, just in case if some individuals would happen upon those. We're not really well equipped to handle a lot of those types of things. Though there might be a few. She thinks for a moment. And she goes and pulls out a book that says like Spellcraft for Dummies. And inside of it is a few cantrips. Like, for example, there would be... Now I gotta look at some spells here. Nope, not you. Let me come back.
You don't have to right away. You can just figure it out afterwards.
Yeah, like they're
It's
very...
also 9:30.
Yeah, they're very not very like commonly. I mean, I say they're probably more commonly used ones, cantrips, like prestidigitation or things that don't really have like a whole lot of stuff to them. So like I'd say, yeah, like bright sparks. There would be... That was weird. Let's see. Friends would be in there. Gust. Mending. Message. Preserve. So yeah. If there's any sort of cantrip that you're maybe looking for, I can let you know. But I'd say it's just mainly cantrips, nothing beyond that.
Okay. That'd be it then. I'd basically just keep looking through notes and all that and try to get as much information as I can until somebody comes and gets me.
There we go. Okay, there we go. My camera's acting weird. The celebration kind of goes throughout the day. Lots of different bards are singing. You have Mip up there dancing. Alenia is off onto the sides enjoying the festivities as well. Even tries to... Seeing Lucius kind of sitting off to the side, even tries to get Lucius like out there to dance. Do you accept the dance?
He shyly like puts his hand out like no.
She shrugs her shoulders and then goes and grabs the next person and begins like dancing around. And yeah, I'd say from there, we can end the session, and you guys are free to next session to stay here, or you can begin your traveling to your next destination. Which actually, I will pull that up right away, just that way, if you guys want to come back into Owlbear, you guys can at least look at the continental map and make decisions on what you guys want to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So
Also,
yeah.
Mip has never experienced anything like this, really, and it's like the most fun he's basically ever had.
Hell yeah.
He's just been dancing all night, just happy as can be.
Perfect.
If he weren't a cat, you would think he was drunk.
A drunk
And
cat.
after the first performance, anybody who happens to see Mist sees him like stacking up the tankards.
Yeah.
Give
Once
me
he
a-
starts, he can't stop.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, at some point, Turtle comes and joins Lucius, and there's like different patches of her fur that are braided with different levels of how well it's done because it was different kids.
I got 17.
Well, what was your Constitution saving throw?
17.
17. Okay, you're tipsy. You're not drunk, but you're a little tipsy.
Like I said
Cormac's
before,
probably just been. Oh,
if anybody's seen Fairy Tale in the audience, if you know who Happy is, that is
Mhm.
basically my character right now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Cormac, what are you
I
doing?
love it.
Cormac's just like slinking around the crowd. Doesn't really like the attention, but he is going around and scaring the innkeeper,
The innkeeper. Who's
and then
poor
also
man.
getting drunk.
I have this feeling like you're finding any neighborhood cats and you're like just scooping them up, and then like from like a small group, like you're blocked by a bunch of people, and you're just like throwing the cat towards him in the crowd and just watching him like freak out and run away, and you go and you find another cat and you just keep doing that.
I keep doing that, yeah.
Uh,
Put up a no cats allowed sign.
yes.
Yeah,
God
and then and then I'm gonna go get plastered.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay. So we're in Lunaria.
Yes, so you guys are in Lunaria. You guys are right down here, right where this cart's at in this city. So you guys will
Yeah.
be heading this way. Basically, you're heading into here. This is the Salt Dune Desert, and you're heading into this area. So you guys will have the
Okay.
opportunity to choose if you guys want to go up through the northern way, or if you want to go through the southern way. Or, I mean, you can try and cut through. Whatever works for y'all.
I think our original plan was to go south. Just because there's more cities, so that we aren't going long periods of time.
They're
And
small.
weren't we also supposed to have been going from the south side in the first place?
I mean,
I'm
basically, you guys do know that they were taking the southern trading route, so you know that the salt was coming through the southern trading route originally. But yeah,
Yeah, we just learned that it was coming from that way. We didn't necessarily plan to specifically go that way.
yeah, it's kind of
Okay,
given you
my
guys.
bad.
You guys had
Remembered that wrong.
you guys had the choice, obviously, if you wanted to go that route. You do know that this is the capital of Lunaria, right here.
Mhm.
And then yeah, you just have that. So different
yeah,
opportunities.
couple of towns to go through if we go south.
And there's other smaller like towns and villages that are on this map that aren't on there. Because you
Yeah,
know,
see,
like all maps.
it looks like the Crossroads has a little village.
Yes. That will be that is Bramble Cross.
And then there's like a bridge.
Yes. That does not actually have a name. I did not put that in the actual map.
It's a bridge. It doesn't really need a name.
This bridge, yeah. This bridge has a name.
Yeah.
This is Threshold, but this bridge does not have a name.
Yeah.
I can no longer click the fucking
That bridge
thing I just put.
Yeah, the first bridge is Cormac.
There you go.
Yes,
Now you can.
How the fuck did that happen?
It was locked.
I am the bridge.
We climbed over Cormac
You-
to the,
Yeah. That sounds so.
and it worked out pretty good.
No, how do you move that?
I like this map. There's like
Oh, the text is
It's, uh,
different. Okay, I thought you put that as
How the fuck did that?
there's a lot going on here. I see a floating island. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
There's lots of cool stuff.
Stop it, map.
Yeah.
Fucking get rid of that. Fuck it. Stop it.
Yeah, so this
Edit
is
I
text.
want
This
to get
is
the
the
exact font.
continental map. So feel free to look at this. If you have questions, especially for like character stuff, please let me know. But yeah, this is your guys' map to mark things on, especially when traveling. And yeah, I do
Beautiful.
have.
Oh, it is just 1H. Threshold.
Do I have that in the Discord? I think I have. Now I gotta look in the Blightward one. Check my pinned messages. That's
Is
Owlbear.
there a way I can make it so it
Oh,
doesn't?
in the player guide, in the World Anvil player guide, I believe you should be able to access the maps. You should be able to access both the continental world map, which is this, without because obviously the markers are all in Owlbear. But then you can also, the Eclipsis one has all the pins and stuff in it, so you'll be able to see like, oh, what is the name of this city, what is the name of like this lake that's here, etc. So that has a lot of information as far as what's what.
There we go. We got Belano. Threshold. Bad juju water.
Bad juju water.
Bad juju water. Hit that bad juju.
Yeah, we really paid attention to that water.
I was also paying attention to Mark, so I did.
Yeah, wasn't there also a statue? Like, we didn't mark the statue. No, we marked the bad juju
there was
water.
several things
Yeah.
there.
There's a couple shrines that you guys had come across. But yeah, if you want other pins, let me know and I'll try and create the pins. Like if you want them to be marked as something different. Or if you want
It's
to make,
okay.
Yeah,
make your own
cities.
pins too. I can.
It's okay.
put those in.
You know.
Where
Yeah.
did you make the pins or get the pins from?
Copilot, I think.
Copilot. Makes
Copilot.
sense.
Yeah, I said make me a map marker that has this. Yeah. Ta-da!
Fair enough.
Good
Ta-da!
It's okay if we create them as we come across things.
Yep. It's pretty much your guys' map, so you guys can kind of mark this as you see fit. So with that, as far as the section goes, any stars, wishes, anything you guys want to say about this session before we call it?
From MIP,
I don't
stars.
know.
I MIP's booty hole is opening up and just shooting stars at the entire party, including the DM. That was probably hands down one of our best sessions. I have zero complaints. Everybody did an amazing job with this formula. Gold. That's all I got to say.
Awesome.
100% agree.
We do not need artwork on that, please.
Nope. You're getting it.
Ew.
Oh man. I'm just picturing, like, you know how in anime, like when characters are like throwing up, sometimes they're like throwing up rainbows. I'm just picturing that.
1000%.
Anything else?
Are we keeping this watch thing, by the way? Like in that order? Or are we changing it next time?
I think we were planning on keeping that.
I'm gonna keep that there until you guys decide that you guys want to switch that up. for whatever reasons you want to. That way you
Right.
guys kind of have an idea. It's like, oh, who's got watch when or whatever. Yeah. I think
I'll probably go back to the VODs and listen to some of the older ones and then update this
Okay.
throughout the week or 2 weeks.
You guys can edit that blue thing, right? As far as the text that's on it, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. No, stars across the board. I mean, I wasn't in Lucius's dream, but I'm a little concerned about the certain sacrifices he'll have to make pertaining to Turtle. But I know what's on Turtle's character sheet, so apologies in advance, bestie. Ooh.
I'm afraid for
Concerned.
my life.
Yeah, it's just that gif of like all those anime characters with their hands like in prayer just going concerned.
God damn it.
Well, not
Yeah.
only that, the card that I drew,
Yeah, that
it's a
too.
little worrying.
There's a little concern going forward.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm not telling nobody about that deck. That's mine. I don't know what it does. Well, I know
I
what
just
exactly it does,
picture
but
like
we'll
Lucius
see.
on the front line of the battlefield fighting off the blight and doing what's right, and then in the meantime, Turtle is like hand in hand skipping through a field of flowers with the blight.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is gonna be something.
This is basically what I've been doing with my notes.
Oh man,
This is
Yeah.
just the beginning of the story.
I
I was
love
gonna.
this.
man.
Oof.
Oh,
Still
but yeah,
sacrifice with so many of these items.
we gotta fight that blight, right?
Gotta fight the
Yes.
blight. And not our party.
Oh, dude.
Yay!
Oh, there. Okay, I'm seeing the pictures. Okay, cool. Hey, hell yeah! I'm gonna add those to the slideshow. I'm loving it. I love artwork. You guys are amazing. No,
I had to make that into my wallpaper. It was just too good. It captured
Yes.
exactly what I was trying to depict.
I got more coming.
You got more?
Yeah.
Yes.
Put it all in Blight art.
Yep.
When I said he was like,
Okay.
when I said he was like happy from Fairy Tale, like that's exactly what I was trying to picture.
Because Blight art, everybody would be able to see.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm
I'll put
Yeah.
it there.
I just
What?
added a video I made with Sora shooting my cat shooting rainbows out of his butt and breathing fire.
Oh god.
Lion cat.
Yeah, that's Carl.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm here for it. Well, thank you all. I mean, honestly, this was a great session. I loved kind of tying up everything. I'm also very excited for the next one, and just because I do have some things to kind of pull in. If there's, like I said, if there's anything that you guys need from me, let me know. And we'll go from there because I'm very excited. Okay. When is the next? Let me double check here. Looking at my calendar.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. You're funny. Okay, so the 18th. I should be fine. I don't have anything going on. I'll be good this week for normal streams. Next week, however, I will be out of town. So if you guys do send me anything during the week, I probably won't get to it until like in the evening. Because I'll be in Arizona for the entire week. So you're still welcome to message me on like Discord or whatever. But I probably won't be able to answer until like later in the evening. But in other words,
Yeah, that was a very good example of
You got
taking
it.
one in-game day and just making it very just
Eventful.
incredible.
Perfect. Awesome. We will start next session with travel. I'll let you guys determine on who wants to do roles and stuff for travel, like who wants to go first or whatever. I'm gonna take a look at my travel tables and see if there's any changes I want to make to it, to maybe make it a little more fun and streamlined. But in any case, that's everything I have for today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Bye,
Thanks for
everyone on
having us.
Twitch.
That was amazing. Good night.
Goodbye.
Have a wonderful
Bye-bye.
day, guys.